Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the UnInformed podcast. My name's Robert. I'm here with a couple of my compadres. We got Jacob, we got Eddie, my brother Mason. Just want to let everyone know that this podcast is not going to be too serious. It's really just a couple of uninformed jackasses talking about shit that probably should leave up to the professionals, but we're going to take a stab at trying to understand exactly what it is that we're facing day to day and trying to work through it. So if we say something that's out of pocket, let us know. We don't really give a fuck. We're going to say what we want to say, and we'll change our behaviors as needed. But for now, that's what this whole thing is about. And yeah, we're here to have fun. So I'm excited. We got some people here that we haven't really talked to in a while, so we'll get going. But how's everyone doing?
Good.
Doing good, man.
Same, man. Chilling, bro. Chilling.
Hey, you always know someone's doing good if they got the stash on lock. Like,
Bro, look at this thing.
It looks pretty good, man. I'm pretty jealous,
bro. How long have you been growing that thing out?
Yeah. I shaved my beard at the beginning of this year. So I trim it every now and then though, because I don't like when it goes like past the top of my lip. Because then like when I'm drinking shit or eating food, it's all up in there. But
yeah, that's save some for later.
Nah, not all the time. Occasionally, but not all the time.
I feel like that's the thing that I noticed with mine is like when it curls around my lip and I get like constantly have it in my mouth. It's like,
yeah, bro, it tickles me sometimes.
The thing is like when it gets to this, I'm not good at like cleaning this up. So I either have to just take it all off or just let it rock. So I don't know.
Have you just been letting it rock or what?
Yeah, bro, your beard's looking kind of crazy.
Yeah, look at how
Looking
patchy
bushy.
it is, dude. And I'm finally starting to get some stuff right here, but I got to get rid of it, man. It's too much.
If you just shave under that, wherever it starts getting patchy, because the chin looks legit, but under the chin.
If you could see it in person, though, it's fucking red, bro. It's about as red as your hat.
I could see it's a little. I got red in me too, bro. I don't know where that came from.
That's that Canelo blood.
Bro, I have no idea where that's come. I got that red in me too, because sometimes like I let my shit grow out and I'll be finding like no gray. I've been very lucky to find no grays, but I'll find red in my hair, which is weird.
It's bizarre. Yeah. I wonder what that is. Because I mean, you see that with Hispanics. You have like the gingers, and I wonder how, like, where does that come? How does that even happen?
Mutation, bro.
Probably, man.
What kind of Hispanics have red hair, bro? Where'd they come from?
It's like what he says on Pineapple Express. He's like, it's when the air mixes with the
El Nino.
He's like, yeah, he's like, I don't want to get too scientific, but it creates strands. Yeah, kind of something like that. I'm assuming.
Yo, that movie is a classic. What ever happened to that Franco?
James Franco?
Yeah.
He got into some shit.
Yeah, he was involved with that, like the Me Too movement. Like people were accusing him of shit. It was like he had like an acting class that like girls were like accusing him of some.
He was making him do sexual stuff for parts in some of his films.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, but
is that true? Is that dude?
That'd be hard, man. How many of them girls are like throwing themselves at him?
But did you see the thing with the Rick and Morty creator too?
Yeah, I think about it too.
You would
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, the dude from one of the creators of Rick and Morty, he was accused of I'm not exactly sure. We can look it up just to make sure we have the correct info on it, but he was accused of, I think it was some type of sexual harassment, and then he just got acquitted. So they dropped all the charges, but they
Yeah.
took him off the show.
Yeah, but even then, right? You get taken off the show. You essentially lost a lot of that, right? So, I mean,
What do you mean? Lost a lot of that.
well, so right, you're on a show, a pretty popular show, mind you, and he might have got acquitted of the charges, but the damage is kind of done. Like, he ain't gonna
Yeah.
get
Like,
back on
the
that
bad
show.
rap.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not saying, but also like I think that's one thing that's crazy now is I feel like it's not innocent until proven guilty. As soon as something comes out, it's just like immediately, yo, they did it. And I feel like I don't know, dude. That's probably the hard thing about running a business is having to make that decision, right? Like, hey, we heard this thing, we can't really allow it to continue to go on or risk that it is potentially a thing. Like, so they pull the trigger early and then nothing happens.
Was it
Stuff like
Justin
this gets
Roiland?
leaked gets way too fast.
Justin Roiland? I don't know. I've never actually
felony
watched
domestic
Rick and Morty.
violence. Dude, I never got into it really, actually.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Like I watched a couple episodes and like it was all right, but I don't know. I just wasn't like
I
all about
met
the
Oh,
hype.
the
those
actual
two
show.
dudes. Yeah, I met those two dudes at PAX like in 2016, 17 when the show first came out, and they had a huge following even then. But I didn't really watch it. But yeah, that'd be kind of tough. But
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know how you feel after something like that. Like, yeah, you're gonna be happy that they let you off, or you're not gonna be potentially going to jail anytime soon. But more than likely, it's just like the OJ thing, right? Everyone's gonna be looking at you and like,
yeah, but everyone knows his ass did it though.
hey man,
that man's is guilty.
Dude, stuff
So-
just gets out like super fast, dude, with like social media. So like it's really hard to bounce back from that, like trying to clear your game before that happens.
mhm.
Dude,
Yeah, damage
social
control
media.
after that shit gets out is
I feel like
Everybody be
people
talking
forget
about it,
about it
dude.
though, like too. Like it's like it comes and then it's like a big thing, and then like people forget about it.
yeah.
That's kind of true. Like the whole Johnny Depp thing, dude. Like I haven't heard not one person talk about it in I don't know how long.
Yeah,
And I
but
feel like it just
also
happened.
look what
whack, bro.
but look what he even though like he got acquitted and all that, and it like people showed like in the trials, it just showed how crazy she was. But at the same time, like look what he lost, bro. He lost an entire series. Like he will never make a Pirates movie ever again. Who knows if he'll ever make a movie ever again because the
He'll make a
damage has been
movie.
done. Think so? He looked pretty like blessed. He looked kind of haggard.
As
too,
soon
though,
as
bro.
As soon as
and that
Disney misses
cologne
out on
commercial-
that fourth
Oh yeah,
quarter, what commercial is this?
It was like cologne commercial.
He was popping off, dude.
yeah. He was digging a hole,
He was playing his guitar.
and he was digging. That's probably why he was digging
And
a hole,
upside
bro,
down.
because he knew that he was digging his career grave.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Johnny Depp looks like he smells like ass.
Cigarettes.
Yeah, that's what I pictured, dude. Like
Bro.
getting in the car, dude, and he's just like, I just like, dude,
Open a window.
smells like a chimney in here.
He probably he does roll his like cigarettes, which is like,
Oh, he makes his own
Rolls
like,
his own.
tobacco.
yeah, he like does the whole rolling.
Bro, I tried that once. It was terrible. Hated it.
I don't-
I don't like smoking tobacco though.
What's the I don't understand what are the differences between like rolling a cigarette and just buying it? Like there's got to be some type of like,
I think
maybe you're
there's,
removing
like,
some of the
different additives
toxins and stuff in it.
Yeah, there's not as many additives.
Hmm.
Also,
also-
like if you roll your own cigarettes, you can leave the filter out, so that shit's just fucking full on tar in your
Just
lungs.
straight to the throat, like Jake likes it.
Oh my gosh. Well,
That,
yeah,
You're
uh,
gonna edit that out, right? You're gonna edit that out, right?
Hey
But
man. Hey, any
even-
boys in the chat,
Stop.
yo, comment down below. Throat go, throat go.
Stop, man. I'll swing that way.
That Gok 3000, bro. I had a girl
Right,
tell me that
pricey,
one
right?
time, bro. I was like, no shot. But
Wish you
them
tell you.
cigarettes, though, like, how? Even then, if you're rolling them, are they really as like terrible for you as like if you were to go to a store?
I don't know, dude.
Because there's
I
so much
think-
bad shit on them.
I don't know. I mean, I would imagine. I think anytime you smoke, like
I
anytime
think
you're
just the act
inhaling
of
smoke,
smoking. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like the act of inhaling like a burning anything that's burnt, it's not good for
yeah,
your
even
lungs.
like weed, even though it's natural, like you're still inhaling smoke into your lungs.
I just saw something today that was talking about how like weed smokers' lungs are more damaged. Like they did some studies and some weed smokers' lungs are more damaged than like nicotine smokers.
I believe
That's
it.
kinda
I mean, it's
crazy.
probably because like they freaking inhale it, bro, and hold it in for so long,
That's
and that shit
actually a
just
good
stays
point.
in there. Like if
Or
you're smoking
you-
a cigarette, you don't really like hold that shit
You're
in.
not yeah. It's actually a good point.
That's that is interesting. I mean, just like the idea of inhaling smoke, like even like just saying it out loud is kind of crazy.
Jake, have you ever smoked a cigarette?
Yeah,
You've taken
You
a drag?
worst thing I've ever experienced, dude.
Dude, they're kind of gross, huh?
Bro, it's terrible.
Dude, it's yeah. I don't get how people do it, bro.
I had a period where I was smoking, and it was
think it's like-
terrible. Smelled terrible. I hated the smell.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
I
know
do
it's a
meet
big
a
like
lot of
social thing,
smokers.
and a lot of people like do it when they drink.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually pretty common when they drink. They'll be like, I need a cigarette now. To be honest,
What's
the
the thought
times that I
behind that?
crave,
Like,
even when I drink, I want a dip, I
Yeah.
just think like that
Oh.
craving for tobacco,
You still dip?
Dude, I've been dipping like a son of a bitch. lately.
that's because it's
It's
cheap
tough.
over here, bro.
Dude,
Because you
it's
can
so
buy it in
much
bulk
cheaper.
at Costco.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
I mean, dude, in Washington, in Seattle, it was like 12, 13 bucks. It was
Or
expensive.
like one of those little packs.
Just like
like
the
the little
little
round
like the can.
can.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
like
then,
a little
like-
bag, right?
No, I
How
don't.
much-
Those are
Uh,
pouches.
Oh,
Yeah, I just do it straight. I've been trying to quit. That's been the hard. Thankfully, I don't have an addictive personality. Like I've done a lot of crazy shit, but that's been the hardest thing for me to quit. Has been those. And-
I've had that stuff too. That stuff
Yeah,
is
every
like
time I've-
gnarly.
Every time I've tried that stuff, it has been a bad experience for me, bro. I just get
Bro,
dizzy.
what time, bro?
Let me hear about some bullshit you're about to bring up, bro.
What
Hey,
time,
don't
bro?
take anything that
Be-
this guy says about me serious, man. I've changed my
No.
ways.
I seen it.
swear.
It was this one time. Regardless, one time we were playing freaking Deadpool, bro, and this guy had a freaking.
Oh, I know where this
pouch
guy's
in,
going, bro.
And this guy, he's like, "Give me some of that." He puts 2 dips in his mouth, bro, and he just looks at me and he looks at Jake, and he just looks at us, and then he just freaking projectile vomits
Oh,
on the floor, and we're just like, it was surreal, bro. We're like, "What the fuck?"
Bro,
This guy just looked
I
at
was
both of
laughing
us.
so hard, dude.
That's the growing pains. The growing pains. But don't
Trial and
like
error,
a lot of
boys.
these.
Trial and error.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these things kind of go like, a lot of it is that kind of new stuff, right? This trial and error stuff. So like, I think as you get better with it, and the more you do these things, it's kind of like we're gonna look back and remember, like, man, you remember when we were trying to put this thing together and we didn't even have a Zoom account, so we had to freaking download this bitch in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah, for real,
yeah.
dude.
And Eddie's ceiling
I-
wasn't painted yet.
I was gonna say, bro, where are you at? Where you filming at?
I'm
Yeah,
in my
dude.
basement at my
Eddie's
aunt
been
and
saying he was gonna
uncle's.
paint that for freaking like 3 weeks, bro.
Bro, I painted the room. Shout out to my aunt and uncle for letting me stay here.
Dude,
But,
painting sucks, bro.
dude, I don't know if I would have done it if it weren't, if Kendra didn't help me out with it. She actually helped me paint most of this shit. But the ceiling, we just never got to.
Can't reach
Yeah.
it.
Painting's ass,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, dude, I know a lot of people make a lot of money painting though.
I think you
Yeah.
can. It's just
My
Not fun.
dad's doing renovations at his house, and like they were paying the painters like a couple grand, and it's not even like they're professional, and they literally just go in, paint, and then leave. So it's not like they have like 3 or 4 people doing it, so it doesn't take them like crazy amount of time, but like that's a lot.
Yeah, my cousin's married to a guy who does the same thing out in Seattle. They make pretty good money and just painting, but like, could you imagine in the summertime, like you're painting houses, and he doesn't have a big squad, but it'd probably be pretty tough.
I feel like that trade would always be like conflicting, just because you're either getting paid to do the job, or you're doing a job for free and hoping you'll get paid.
I'm not gonna lie, dude, especially after working at this job, I feel like a lot of people, they kind of work like contractors, they kind of work like based off of like someone's word, you know? And it seems
Yeah.
like sometimes it could take like months to get paid, and that'd be really hard to do.
Think about that, like doing a long job and you're just putting money into whatever equipment you need or stuff you need,
Mhm.
and then getting paid like months later after you completed it all.
A lot of people do it like they get paid like so much for
Upfront?
each like part that they complete. So like the faster they complete it, then they get paid, and then they do the next part, and then they get
Kind of
paid.
break it down.
Yeah. Or they do like half and half, so they like get paid the first half, and then they take forever to do the job because they got the money, and then they finally do the second half when the money's gone.
That makes sense. Half now, half later. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of like a mob type of thing. I was watching Scarface the other day. Have
Good
you seen
movie.
that, Jake? Dude, it's so good. Jake hasn't
It's
seen a
been
lot
a-
of movies, bro.
Dude, it's been a while since I've seen Scarface, but
Dude,
I probably need to brush up on those movies.
it's so good, bro. Al Pacino's like, he's probably one of my favorite movies, but he's in a lot of shit now too. Like, I
For
know he
what?
does that. Huh?
For what?
What do you mean?
Oh,
no,
said
you,
a
you
lot
mean
of
like he's
shit.
actually in a lot of shit. I
yeah,
thought you were saying like he's in trouble.
Yeah,
No,
that's what
Hold
I
on,
thought too.
I'll be
because
back.
we were talking about that.
no. He seems like he's been doing like he does this show on Amazon called Hunters, and it looked pretty good, but I have a really bad habit of like when I'm dating somebody and they introduce me to something, I'm like, and then after we don't date anymore, I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to. I don't want to
Right.
see that.
You're just gonna stop watching everything, dude, just because everything rubs you the wrong way.
That
I hope you never play video games with a woman, dude.
You just gotta watch the same thing with every single girl, bro. So then you be like,
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
just
you only
overlap
get
your bad
get bored of the one
experience.
thing. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
I've seen Trailer
Replace the
Park
bad
Boys
with
like
even better, dude.
a handful of times with a handful of people. I feel like that show never gets old. It's pretty funny. It's stupid, but I think it's a classic. That, and then I had freaking Waiting in the background right now. I never get tired of that show either.
That was Ryan
Uh,
Reynolds, right?
the movie Waiting,
Yeah.
bro. I just watched that
Oh.
yesterday.
Dude, I will never mess with
That
someone
shit's so
that's handling
funny.
my food, dude.
Never, bro. Like it's so relatable, especially coming from that kind of type of world. It's pretty relatable. Like
I
that.
try
I
not to
remember
show
growing.
up like closing time either.
Yeah, I don't do that either because I used to work in a restaurant too, and like that shit would piss me off.
Yeah, dude, it's obnoxious. I keep thinking of this one, and I remember growing up, we'd watch a ton of. You remember this, Masonic? We'd watch a ton of Euro Trip, bro.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a fucking banger. Here's a fun fact: you made out with your sister.
Oh, dude, I still to this day think that's like one of the greatest movies ever. It's so stupid, but it's so good.
That movie's hilarious.
Yeah, bro. I really enjoyed that. Now thinking about it, growing up, we watched a lot of like crazy shit that we probably shouldn't have been watching.
Dude, yeah, I think about that a lot too. Is like, I saw that movie when I was probably like, what, 8 years old, bro?
Bro, it's because we'd show up to grandpa's house and there would be like the most wild ass movies
Show
on
up
TV,
and there's
like
just, like,
not
titties
another
on the
teen
TV.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or old school when they do like the KY jelly wrestling.
Yeah. Blue, you my boy. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of crazy back in the day then.
Yo, I'm pretty sure my grandpa bought me the box set of Titanic for like one of my birthdays. Like no bullshit.
Titanic? I
It was
think
the
that was
double.
the
It was the
first.
double.
remember-
It was the double VHS
The
box
double
set.
feature.
Oh,
Bro, I
You
remember
know,
seeing that. I didn't know
the,
that was a gift for you.
I thought it
I
was
don't
just
know.
because the movie's too fucking
It-
long, dude. So they had to put on two VHSs, dude.
I'm pretty
It
sure
may
that's
have been a
exactly
gift for
why.
somebody else. Maybe I'm just recalling it different in my head, but I just remember like, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what is this movie?
I think that was the first movie I seen that I watched that I saw boobies.
Oh, when they're painting her or like
Yeah.
sketching her out or
'Cause-
whatever.
Because it was PG-13.
Yeah, it was.
They're
It's
on that
crazy to
borderline,
see
bro.
how
They're
like crazy like movies and stuff, or like even like when you watch TV nowadays, like some of the crime shows that they have on, like Law and Order, like do they show some pretty
Like graphic.
gory, yeah, like graphic shit on there.
Well, the one thing I don't understand, so on TV shows, they'll say like rated PG-14 or TV-14, right? Is that older than, does that
I
mean
think
like it's
that's-
worse than PG-13?
What are
Yeah, I
the
think so.
different TV ratings?
I know there's MA is like the highest
Mature
one for
audiences.
TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I know there's like Y for like that's like young kids. Other than that, I
there's
don't know.
There's one that has the number
Rated E
7
for
on there.
everyone.
Yeah.
for real.
Isn't that gaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TVY, TVY7, TVY7
Yeah, 7.
FV, TVG, TVPG, TV14, TVMA.
The 14, yeah. I don't, was the TV like like, I don't know what that signifies, you know? Is it worse than like the movie theater PG-13? Because, you know, I've seen PG-13 movies where they're dropping like, you know, they're dropping F-bombs and they ain't doing that on the TV.
I don't know, dude.
Probably have
Like
different
the
rules.
fact that you can't
Mhm.
say swear words on like TV is kind of, it makes no sense.
All right, what's more controversial? Is it the swear words or would you rather have your kids listening to a bunch of swear words or see a nipple?
I mean, whose nipple are we talking about?
I was gonna say, bro, like what are we watching? Am I watching it with them? Are we, you know?
So they're at a beach and some girl's just getting interviewed by a cop and she's topless.
How long is the scene for?
22 seconds.
I don't know.
Honestly, like my opinion, I wouldn't really care either way because I feel like
Yeah.
nudity shouldn't be as big of a deal as it is. And I also feel like,
Mason's just trying to see
Swear
dudes
words.
slinging around and
bro,
booties bouncing everywhere, dude. Mason's trying to
I'm
go
with
to
you,
the
bro.
supermarket, dude, and see a booty bouncing in the cold section.
dang, bro, that would be the best day of my life.
Hey man, there's probably a market. You probably start a new supermarket. That shit pop up.
Discounts.
Bro, it's
Discounts.
gonna be
I don't
like,
know. I'm
Knocked Up, dude, where they just mark every movie and timestamp of when they show a boob or something.
Oh yeah, the celebrity.
there's like a website. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one for feet right now. You can go on and like look up feet pics, and it has like a
Shaw,
archive
dude.
of celebrities and people, like a collection of feet pics of all of their like photos of that have their showing their feet.
I'm gonna
I
need to
don't-
get the link for scientific purposes.
Bro, think about that. Someone's on that website right
Uh-huh.
now, dude. As we're talking.
That shit sounds
I'm over here, like-
disgusting, Link.
Yeah. Let's go make fun of these guys in my corner and alone. When I'm alone in the dark.
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest though, bro. I never got into feet. I couldn't do it.
No. What if you had a baddie who
I
was
don't-
just like, yo, I need you licking the bottom of my feet, son.
I'd
If
still
they're
struggle.
clean, Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just never been a big fan of feet.
I think like if you have decent feet, it's not like I don't think you can come back from having bad feet though. Like you just can't have bad feet.
Some people's feet be looking fucked up sometimes.
Yeah, they'd be pretty gross. You know, and think about it. A lot of girls be wearing like heels and shit, and that is not good for your feet at all.
Yeah.
And your little piggies too. Your little toes, no shot. I dated a rock climber, and those shoes are like they're naturally curved like this, so their toes are like always like this. And her feet were jacked, bro. They're pretty bad.
Yeah, so like I would imagine that that's probably like with like climbers, they probably have like crazy fingers and stuff too. Just kind of like evolve, like their extremities kind of like evolve to the things that they do every day, right? Like that. What's that guy that climbs the side and doesn't use any protective gear?
Alex Holland.
Yeah, like that guy's probably got like, you know, monkey feet, primate feet.
I seen that guy at SBP in Seattle. It's a big climbing gym, and when he was there, he had this huge group of people just like following him around. I was like, bro, like he was on the Joe Rogan show actually.
Have you ever seen any of his videos or like pictures of
Dude's-
him hanging from the side of the mountain?
Dude's crazy, bro.
What's his name?
Alex Holland.
He just free climbs like cliffs and shit.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You got a movie out here or what?
Yeah, free solo.
He probably
I
has. He
believe.
probably has. A
Oh,
bunch of
that's
stuff.
him.
Free
I didn't watch
Solo.
the
That's on
movie,
YouTube,
but I
I
saw
think,
the-
right?
I saw the like picture.
I think he was on. I think it's on Disney. No, I feel like that's
It might be.
Discovery. Disney.
Maybe.
How do you think you get into something like that? Like, what do you think it was that he was just like, yo, I think I'm gonna dedicate my life to climbing mountains without any gear, and that's just gonna be what I do.
I think it's
I mean-
like I don't know, like the very first time, but like once you do it once, like you get that endorphin rush, I think, and then I think people get addicted to that,
There's no.
like that adrenaline rush.
Mhm.
Could you
Oh, like
imagine?
running
Like,
I do. People just running marathons and shit.
I
Mhm.
went and climbed the other day. I was telling Jake and Eddie, I went and climbed just a rock wall. And bro, I might not even be like maybe 20 feet like strapped in, and I'm like clinging onto the thing, like I don't know how to let myself down. I get to the top and I'm just like, yo, like let go. The first time I let go, I like spin around and my back's just bouncing on the wall. And I'm just like, everyone's laughing at me, dude. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
like have
You just-
mercy
You're not
on
cut
me. This
out
is
to
my
be
first
Spider-Man, bro.
time.
Yeah, bro. You gotta do kind of just like the trust fall, just fall
Like
back.
the
make
like
sure
the
no
thing
one's
where you
behind
swing back and forth with your feet. Like it was no shot for me. I just dropped, flipped around, back on the wall, all the way down. Boom, boom, boom. It's all good though.
You're skipping down that bitch.
Yeah, dude, I almost got one of them rocks stuck in my ass on the way down.
No, you probably would have freaking. You probably would have been hung there too high, just like, oh, get me down from here.
I wonder what did like his
Oh.
parents and shit think of that though. They're probably like,
Probably, like,
hey, go ahead. We're so proud of you. Until you're dead.
yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of crazy. Like, there was some football player who died from a rock climb. He was the tight end for the Cowboys. Escobar. Galvin Escobar. Clay Thompson just wore a jersey of his not too long ago.
Pablo.
And he
No, it wasn't.
died rock
He
climbing.
died, him and his wife.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, they both passed away from it. Galvin Escobar, I'm pretty sure was his name. He was a tight end for the Dallas Cowboys not too long ago, too. He was only like 32, 33.
They didn't have the evolved toes they needed.
Gavin
Yeah,
Escobar.
Yeah, he passed away from it, I'm pretty sure.
Was it just
Last year,
him?
huh?
I think his wife did too.
Yeah, former Dallas Cowboy and San Diego State football player Gavin Escobar, 31, and Chelsea Walsh, 33, were identified this week as two climbers who died near Talkwitz Peak Fire Lookout. That's crazy. That was just in That was last
September,
year.
bro.
Yeah, I remember
Still
watching that.
announced.
Yeah, I remember watching that guy play a couple times. But I mean, like I feel like with climbing, just with like any hobby, right? It's just something that you kind of gravitate to. Freaking that Mimosa guy, Momona. He's a big rock climber. He has a rock climbing company.
Should you just say mimosa? You trying to drink?
What's it? Freaking Mamona, freaking Aquaman.
Moana?
Jason Momoa.
Jason
or
Yeah.
Momoa,
Mimosa,
dude.
is that
Yeah,
his name?
dude.
Hey, put some
Jason
respect on my
Momoa.
guy's name, man.
My fault, bro.
Hey, man, we
know.
get shit right on this podcast. All right.
Bro, my fault,
Imagine
my
he
fault.
watches this and he's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna find that guy."
I can't believe I forgot his name because people compare me and him so much all the time. Yeah, but that guy.
People compare, right, bro?
Yeah, but he's a big rock climber. I think he has his own like company.
Pretty fun. I used to like climbing a lot when I was younger, but
I just don't
I
like.
don't really
I've
like
seen
going to the gym. Like I don't want to go to the gym and climb a wall, but
I see
Tree.
like the Instagram, like the rock climbers on Instagram. Have you ever seen any of their videos where they're like they start down like laying down and get sideways and like start like these crazy like different routes or
Maneuvers.
something? It's like
Mhm.
just get to the fucking top of the thing.
Yeah.
Why are you making it harder for yourself? You're gonna be doing that out there in the real life. You're gonna be like, hey, let's figure out the hardest route. Hell no, bro. Try to get up and get out of here.
Yeah. And
It's
it's
like
so expensive, bro.
That's like Tom Cruise, like going out and doing all these stunts. Like, hey, bro, we get it, man. You've proven yourself.
You're just not
You
the
know,
one
he-
there.
You're out here trying to make cinematography and do your job professionally, and we don't need all that, man. I'm
You know,
just
he
kidding.
does the stunt. It's actually pretty cool. Like that stunt where he's in Mission Impossible and he's like hanging from the plane. Like that's actually his ass hanging from a
Well,
plane.
yeah, and then there was that one where he broke his leg when he did the building jump.
Oh,
I can't remember, dude. There's so many of those movies. I have no idea. Like they all blend together for me, but they're good. I like them. You're definitely better
Yeah.
than John Wick.
I like Keanu Reeves though, dude. He seems
I
like
still
such
gotta go
a
see the
nice
fourth
guy.
one, dude. I like those, dude.
I
I
haven't seen
even
any of
the
those.
second. Yeah, I just watched the
What?
first one for the first time.
Not any of them, dude.
I haven't seen any of them either.
What the hell?
Yeah,
He is I've seen like videos of him and like people talking about him about how he's just like super down to earth, and then like you see like his training and stuff that he does for those movies is pretty, he takes that shit pretty serious, which is cool.
dude. Have
You always
seen
get
all
like the
gun
authentic
training he's
feel.
done?
Yeah, like when you watch, like I've seen clips from the movies, of course, and you like see how like skilled he is, and it's authentic, which is nice. I think that's why people like those movies.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. That handgun that he uses, I'll tell you what, it's like a really hard handgun to buy right now because people are just buying them up because of those movies.
What kind of gun is it?
I have no idea. Just Google the John Wick gun and it'll tell you the exact like details of
It's a
it. and they're
Glock
really hard.
34.
Is it really?
It's a TTI Glock 34.
Jake has one. Jake has
Jake-
like 5.
Jake probably
Jake's the one that bought all of them.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Let me grab it. Let me grab it. Let me grab it.
I was gonna say, yeah, he came out of the left field with that one. He probably has like a bunch of them. Huh, Jake Quillanders.
I just took your advice, bro. You're like, dude, just Google John Wick gun, and they'll tell you right up front. And I literally did that.
I didn't know it was a Glock.
Yeah, bro. You're over here like, oh, it's so hard to get, dude. They're probably handing these out like candy, bro.
No shot, bro. Guns are kind of hard to get right now. Maybe not. I'm probably over exaggerating, but
You probably
I mean-
you probably get that gun. I doubt you probably even looked that hard.
Bro, the way of the world, bro. Anyone can get their hands on a gun, bro.
seems like it. Seems like it's been kind of easier to snag one, but yeah, I kind of wanted to watch that movie just because I like going to movies in general. feel like I think that was probably one of my.
You've seen the other 3, right?
I've only seen the first one.
What? Damn. I'm all
Mason, you
shocked
haven't
and
seen the
shit,
first
so I'm
one?
like,
I haven't seen
I haven't
any.
seen any of them. Dude, they're so good. Oh, I don't know. Dude. I like them.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them. Me and Jake started watching one over here, and then he fell asleep, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna turn this
Bro,
off."
that shit was like 12 o'clock, dude. What I'm gonna do?
Dude, Jake is like one of 2 people I know who can fall asleep just about anywhere. You fall asleep in the middle.
I'm
of
waiting for this guy to pass out right now.
pass.
Draw a
Like
dick
this
on his
dude,
face
something-
on the screen.
That's why I'm like this, bro. I'll be yawning like 6 times.
Dude, I don't know how you don't be falling asleep at work like that, bro. Sometimes I just put my head back.
Yeah, especially
You
when
guys
like
see
it's
that?
slow.
That video of that lady who was like falling asleep making the Subway sandwich. She's like falling asleep in the sandwich, bro.
No way.
What?
The guy just standing there like, what the fuck?
What?
What?
No
And
way.
did she finished making the
Dude,
sandwich?
so-
I don't know. The video ended.
What'd you see it on?
She was like asleep. It was probably like Instagram or something.
She had to have been tweaking, right?
I'm gonna need the uncut version of that. I need to see
It's
what
prob-
happened.
That's crazy, man. People need to start taking their job serious.
I mean, I feel like, shoot, man, she must have been beat.
Here, can you see this?
Oh no, that is horrible.
There's no way that's real, bro.
That's-
Like for
dude.
real, there's no.
He's pranking that guy, right? Like, what does he pull a 24-hour shift? Do Subway open that long?
A Subway
man.
sandwich artist. Hey man, that guy's hardly an artist.
Maybe he was working too hard, bro. I'm just
I
saying.
lost in the
Making
Hey,
sauce.
you
Sandwiches.
gotta be a different type of tired to show up to work and then fall asleep while making a sandwich. Like, I don't know. That's
Did
pretty
that
skilled.
Zaza too hard.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I think they were tweaking.
He was taking part of some of that lettuce that they got there in the back.
For real.
Crazy.
He had a combination of the munchies and bro, and he was tired too. Yeah, I couldn't work at Subway. I feel like, especially in bigger cities, I feel like that'd be so hard.
What part of it?
What? Yeah.
What
like,
what
do you think would be
what part
hard?
would you think would be the toughest?
Dude, when I was out in Seattle and just seeing all the riffraff and homeless and all the crazy shit out there, bro, like I've seen people come in and just start throwing shit like across where people are serving you. I've seen people walk over and grab like extra shit. Like it'd be tough, like I'm pretty sure you're dealing with some bullshit at some point, especially like in those downtown cities. Yeah, because that'd be kind of gross. It'd be really tough to kind of deal with that. And it was
I mean,
already hard.
That'd be a job anywhere though, not just Subway.
Yeah,
That's how it is in like bigger cities, though. I feel like it's weird to think about how like shit like that doesn't really happen in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in Utah, like in like big cities and stuff, they put like locks on everything. They put like locks on the bathroom. That like stores and stuff are like barred up. Like where I'm at in Utah, you don't see anything like that.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
but it's just like when you go to Idaho, like I don't know, it's so different. You don't have to like you really don't have to worry about a lot of the stuff that you would worry about in bigger cities. Like even think about the bad places in like Twin Falls, bro. Like you let your kid ride their bike through that area. Like you could go to a good area in a big city and still have questions about what type of people are around, bro.
Yeah.
I was listening to a guy on Joe Rogan. he was talking about how like nowadays it's easier for psychopaths to like take advantage of people because of big cities. Like back in the day, you only could travel so far, and you were usually only like associated to a certain group, and they could pick those people out, right? And like be like, hey, stay away from this guy. But like now you have big cities where there's millions of people, and you can go around and, you know, trick one person. You're probably not going to see that person the next day. So it like encourages some of those traits to kind of like fester in those cities. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Also,
weed out
there's
those
some.
people.
It's real. I mean, bigger cities, right? Like there were so many shootings going on right before I left that people weren't getting caught. There was no arrest being made. You know, and
It's almost
what?
like it becomes normalized because it happens so much.
Yeah, dude, and it's kind of crazy, you know, like yeah, there was that, and like people were stealing Cadillac converters, like it was going out of style. Yeah,
Really?
bro, Cadillac
Yeah,
converters.
I heard about that. Someone was talking about that like a couple years ago here that they were stealing them, and they were worth a bit of money.
Yeah, or like the what's the
Mason
shit
sounds
that
like he knows from experience.
oh, the stash, bro.
I was gonna
Yo,
say
hey,
with that
listen.
stash, bro. He might be trying to put the
That's
feds
my
off
side
right
hustle.
now.
Yeah, bro, try to throw him off his scent, but also the pinche the where the airbags come out. I guess it is the airbag.
Like there. What do you mean?
So you know where the airbag comes out? Jake, help me
Your
out, bro. You
steering
know a
wheel?
bunch about cars.
Your
Yeah, well,
steering
where
wheel?
the airbag comes out. Well, I heard they would steal
Oh.
those too, like in Hondas.
Oh, just like the
They were
assembly?
stealing the airbag, like the
Yeah, like the little center console where the airbag
The
would
assembly,
come out.
like the airbag
Yeah.
assembly.
Bro,
Mhm.
but think about it. Think
Why?
about how
The
long
fuck?
ago it was, or how not long ago it was that people were stealing like you had to take your stereo out of your car. Like think
Still
about that. You
do,
would have to
bro.
pop your CD player out. You'd be like, click, take that little thing, and be like how, bro?
Oh, I
How did
forgot
we
about
get
that.
to where we're at?
Dude, you
Yeah, I
still
thought
have
that
to
was just
take
so
that
that way you
shit.
could slide the
You
CD
still have to
behind it,
take
bro.
that. Yeah. How many times have you had your car broken into in Seattle, Eddie? Just the one time?
Just that one time. I've been in car like since I've been there. Caesar was with me one time. Jake was there too. I've been in probably like my car broken into once, and I've been in like 13 car accidents out there. 14,
Jeez.
13. None of them were my fault though.
That's what they all
Yeah.
say.
Bro, I shit you not, man. That car cost us like 9,000, and I think when it was all said and done, when they finally totaled that bitch, I think I got probably around 14 grand from it.
Jeez.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah,
Yo,
just
you've
from
been in
car
a lot. You've
accidents.
been in a lot of accidents, man.
Yeah, bro. But
None
of
of
them were my
them were your
fault.
fault.
And I always,
Besides,
Eddie.
yo, and how many times you hear this
Oh,
guy
okay.
text, like he'll be like, hey, you shouldn't be texting it. Hey, you shouldn't be texting and driving, man. Hey, you shouldn't be recording those Snapchat videos that you be doing and driving. How many accidents has anybody else in here been in?
Been in one.
You been in two,
but
Jake?
yeah, I
my
didn't
car
know
was
you
parked both times though.
Didn't you
Yeah.
get like your bumper ripped off or something? Because some lady had like a heart attack or something.
So I was parked at
Need
a
details
school,
on
dude,
this.
watching Christian's basketball game, and some lady just runs in the middle of the game, bro. This black Honda just got hit outside. I'm like, dude, I drive a black Honda. I run out there, dude. This guy has a seizure in his car, dude. Hits one car into my car. My car hits my sister's car, and I'm like, dude.
No way.
And you can't
This car
really
got
like
the
yell at
worst
the
of
guy
it.
because this guy's having health problems. We're like, call 911. This guy's about to croak.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man.
Luck is
That's-
not on your
how
side.
how does he have his license if he's having seizures like that, bro?
Dude,
That's my
I have no
question.
idea.
If
And,
you
dude,
if you
like,
have a
you're-
seizure though, it's like
Dude, you had to take
6
a
months.
you had to take a road, right? You had to drive off the main road. to a side road to get to a parking lot where the school is at. The fact that he made it that far and then straight up hit some cars is beyond me, dude.
But
Like
if
we
you
were
think
tucked
about it,
away.
like people like you're not supposed to drive after X amount of day or for X amount of time after a seizure, but how many people get their licenses suspended and drive anyway?
Oh, dude, all the time. The other time
All
I
the
got
time.
hit was a hit and run, dude. The guy dipped.
Oh, that would piss me
that.
off. Yeah.
Hey man, I don't. Driving is so sketch, bro.
That's why I got a
Not gonna
bike.
lie. That's even worse, bro.
Yeah, no. I already almost got hit once.
People, it's probably Eddie's dumbass, dude.
It's just hard to like
People don't
try and
really
keep an eye
see
try and keep an eye on
people
them
on
in the
bikes.
bike lane. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
get too comfortable behind the wheel, dude. They're just driving and shit, and then their awareness is just terrible.
The one thing that I don't fuck with is the guys that bike but act like they're cars. It's like, yo, get in your lane. Don't be signaling to me you're turning right. Get out of the way.
He's like putting his arm out. Huh?
Yeah. He's like taking his time,
Left turn. Stop.
going 18 miles per hour in a 35. But I'm just driving
can
in this.
I can respect
Nah,
that, bro. It's better
nah.
than like most drivers don't
Yo,
even
you
use
got
their
your own
signals.
lane. You got your own lane. You got a bike lane.
Some roads though, there's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
Sometimes
some
you just take
roads,
bike
some
lane.
roads they just
Bro,
need to fuck off.
I got
You just take the
pulled over
sidewalk
on my
or-
bike.
I don't
got
fuck
pulled
with
over on my
bikers, man.
bike.
I don't fuck with bikers.
How?
They act like the road is theirs. They act like the sidewalk is theirs. Yo, I
Did
got
you
a
get a
problem
ticket?
with them, man.
No, I didn't get a ticket.
But
I
yeah,
got
Were
pulled
speeding or
over.
what?
No, because I was driving. It was nighttime, and I was driving in the road. And they said that I needed. So like I looked up the laws before I was writing this because like I didn't want to have to deal with any shit. And the law says that you have to have a front light, like a white light on the front, and either a light on the back or a reflector. And so I had both. I had a reflector and I had a light on the front. And I was driving in the road at night, and the cop pulled me over, and he's like, "You need to have a light." It's like, "You need to have a light on the back," and I was like, "Is that the law?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, all right, well, like that's bull. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to argue with him, bro. But I was like, in my head, I was like, that's fucking bullshit because I literally just read the law.
Wait, so was it right or wrong?
And then no, he was wrong, but he didn't give me a ticket. He's just like, just be safe, you know.
Like you also,
Be
don't
safe.
you have other shit that is probably more pressing than like what someone riding on their bike?
Apparently
No?
not.
Utah just passed a law that you have to be 18 years old or have your parents' consent to you owning social media.
I
or
saw that.
having a social media account.
Really?
I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
to have on social media.
Just
Hey, man.
happened this
I
last
feel like
week.
that's kind of like a good idea, actually.
It's a good idea.
Dude, that's
You know?
nuts.
That's a good idea, bro.
Yeah,
They were
there's a-
aren't they thinking about banning TikTok? I saw something on that. They're gonna
Yeah, dude. So I
Matt
think
banned TikTok.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I think they just put another they just put out another bill that both parties approve of, and apparently it's supposed to make it so Biden can ban it pretty easy if he wants to. I mean, at this point I think that they should, right? Like
Yeah.
we don't
I kind of
allow
agree with
they
that.
don't allow Google or Facebook over there at this, like even if there's any chance that there's a security concern, you got to do it, but they're not allowing us to do it. So it's like, hey, yo, fuck you. Like, let's beef then. Let's make our shit better. We're just pissed off that
Bro,
their
I don't
shit
even
works
think,
better
like-
than our stuff, bro. That's
I'm not
what
even
it
thinking
is.
about the security concern. It's more like the concern of the freaking health of the nation, bro.
Oh,
'Cause,
yeah,
like
no.
people just sit on that
Dude.
shit for hours and hours.
hours, bro. Every
Dude.
time I go to work, I just hear my coworkers. I saw this TikTok, and I'm like,
I feel amazing that I got off of Twitter. Twitter was fucking this cesspool of dog
You
shit.
know, it's gotten worse too. Like I don't even click on the app anymore, dude, because like none of your stuff's like filtered out anymore, I feel like. So you're just getting a bunch of stuff coming in, and it's just like stuff that you're like, yo, I don't even follow this regularly. Like, why is this on my feed?
Bro, And I thought when Elon got it that I would maybe go back, but dude, I just at like almost immediately the way that I felt after, dude, because I was always checking that shit. Like I was on there a good amount. TikTok I got rid of a while ago. But
Never.
yeah,
got
dude,
into
people
TikTok.
spend so much
Yeah, I
time on
never
that stuff.
downloaded TikTok
and
either.
It's the YouTube shorts
Yeah.
for me, dude. I just sometimes I'll
Those
watch
things
that
are
shit. I'm like,
addicting though. Like as soon as you start watching, like you find one that's interesting and then a second one that follows up that's pretty solid, like you're locked in.
Dude, some
You're
of
sucked in.
some of that shit makes me laugh though, bro. Some shit you see on there is so fucking funny.
I feel like, but even then though, I feel like YouTube Shorts, Facebook Shorts, TikTok, they're all the same algorithm. It's all like
Nah, dude,
videos under what?
TikTok's is wild. It's good.
What do
It
you mean?
works. It, dude, like the
Like
stuff that
For
it
You
gives
page.
you. Yeah,
Can read your mind, bro. It knows what you want to see.
it gives you the shit that you want to see. But the cool thing with TikTok is like you see stuff that's it's different. Like you get it from a wide, like you will see random users, maybe from your area, that are still solid. So like I think there's a lot of people that have grown on there really quick. But yeah, their algorithm works crazy. Like that's why Facebook and Google are probably happy, bro. They've been trying to replicate that shit. People, just the amount of time that people have spent on TikTok has surpassed both of them just in the last year. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I
Crazy.
try to stay away from those. I feel like if I did, I'd just be watching like girls
Consp-
freaking
yeah, I can see
shuffle.
it, dude. Like Eddie's feed is just straight like women, dude. Just like
Yeah, bro. There's no shot. It's so unproductive. I know myself too, so that's why I just don't even do it. That or probably some other bullshit that I don't. Yeah. Even then, when I'm
Yeah,
watching
dude.
them YouTube shorts, I'm like, all right. Like I'll catch myself after like 4 or 5, and I'm like, okay, let's put the phone down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
and then you go back to
YouTube
Resident
for
Evil,
me.
huh?
YouTube for me. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, bro. But I had to like switch to Spotify just so I could like force myself to like listen so I could still try and do stuff because I like to have something on. But
Yeah, I think just trying to find that balance of also being productive. Because man, like if I like I'll catch myself, and if I'm like 5 or 6 in, I'll start to feel like okay, I
Mhm.
gotta get up and do something. Like I just feel like for all that shit that I talk about it, I'm like okay, let's move on.
I don't know. I feel like there's potentially a shift happening to where like there's gonna start being like serious looks at social media and the effects that it's having on people. Because it's crazy, man.
I really think that it's having a huge effect on people. Like I think it's creating false narratives. I think people are losing themselves in it, and I think a lot of even like almost like losing their identity type of thing because they're trying to live off to some girl from Hollywood or some douche overseas, right? Just I think they set these standards way too high, and they're like, I want to live like that, and all of a sudden, like, we just have a world of unhappy people because, well, they're watching these other unhappy people. It seems like it's just a cycle. It's just cycle.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I don't know. Oh, go ahead, Mace.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? Like, what do you think would happen if, like, the video streaming apps like Netflix or like Hulu, what if they were just like, what if those got banned? Like, what if those were just gone, bro? Like, what would people do? Because I feel like so
Dude.
many people spend time like
Read a
watching
book.
Netflix, but like,
no shot.
people wouldn't know what to do with themselves, and like a lot of people like raise their kids on that. Like, they just give them the freaking, just like put them on Netflix.
Dude, it's
So like,
You know what I would do? I would
What would
buy
happen?
AMC stock. I'd put everything I own into movie
dude,
theaters.
that's a good
Shut
idea.
up, bro. AMC.
You know,
You're
I
not.
got
You're
I got
trying to.
10K,
You're trying
bro.
to. Hey,
I got 10K on it.
Yeah,
Nobody's
There.
man.
No shot. I don't know, man. I mean,
Like you had 10K on it.
yeah, people will lose their shit for sure.
I mean, think about how much, like, just Google the amount of hours are streamed on Netflix like a week. Probably an absurd amount, bro. You know, and they're pumping like now Netflix movies. You're getting like movies with Brad Pitt and
They're
Leonardo
all ass.
DiCaprio.
So, like, does anyone
Yeah.
ever like, dude? I'll be honest. When I go on to Netflix, I struggle to see any like. I'll scroll through it nowadays, and I'm like, I don't want to watch anything. And then I turn it off. I'm like, I don't.
I think the last like
Shit is
Netflix show that I
ass.
watched that was really good was it was actually a chick flick, bro. It's called To the Boys I Loved Before. Check it out. It's pretty good, bro. I love
dude.
that shit though, bro.
This man said
You
to the
know
boys
me.
I loved before.
It was really good, right? I'm not even ashamed.
Hey, man, just
It
like I
was
was
really
saying, there hasn't been shit on Netflix that I want to watch. I don't know. I just haven't really like been into shows that much. Honestly, like I feel like it's the one thing that I found is like trying, because I am very bad at like when I'm doing stuff, like I feel like I have to have something going, like the noise in the background, like a TV or something, which just makes no sense. Like if I'm trying to read something and I just have something going on, like my focus is going all over the place. And I think that's what, like, nowadays everyone's just like attention span is so short. I've been trying to just like do stuff just in silent, like even like when you go and work out, like no headphones and just like being in it. And that's the
Bro, I
one
don't
thing
wear
that's
headphones.
nice with like when I started doing the cold showers, and like for that 10 minutes, like you are so just like in your, like you're in that moment, dude. It's so cold, and it just like kind of just forces you to like really focus and like
Bro, have you ever
shit's wild. But yeah, trying to get rid of
like
that
temped
shit.
the water of your cold shower?
No, I want to. I just barely started doing it.
I've been doing it for a minute. I
How
only
long
stay
have you
in there
been
for like
doing
a
it?
minute though. Like a month and a half maybe.
I do 10 minutes.
But
You do 10 minutes of cold showers. So
I
like
do 10, I time 10 minutes and I'll just stand in the shower.
Dude, that shit's the worst. I just started on Monday, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck?
dude, I like it, but I also hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yo,
It
how do
feels
you
so
feel
good when you get
after?
out. It feels
How do you
so good when
feel
you get
after?
out.
You feel amazing.
I'm gonna have to try this out, bro. I'm gonna have to see
Dude,
what's
Well,
it's
going
just
on.
like you're so like your mind doesn't wonder, dude.
No.
You're basically just worried about how cold it is, dude. So you're literally just like you're trying
You're
to
in the
focus on your
moment.
breathing. You can't. You're just trying to control your body temperature. Like, dude, you're just trying to find that sweet spot where you're like, all right, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
But you're struggling for like the whole time, dude.
do you put your head
Yeah.
in it?
First
Yeah,
thing,
dude.
just immediately. I just go in. The worst, I was telling Jake, the worst part is when you like go in and you like you just got that one spot and you're like, oh dude, it's like you have the sidearms dry and you're like, oh dude, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. And then you turn and lift your arm up. And it's like, oh, it's so cold.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I gotta get my bag, dude. Turn around. You're like, ah.
Dude, I feel like the chest is the coldest part for me.
Yeah, it's too.
Like-
It's gnarly, but you feel amazing after.
Since
That's
it's
the one
been
thing I
snowing
noticed.
here, it's my water's gotten colder, bro, and it's like
Bro,
it's insane.
dude.
Oh, yours is probably like, yeah, like my cold showers here is probably not even close to what you have. That shit is probably gnarly.
Yeah, I've been wanting to tempt it, but
I
just
see
been
a lot
lazy
of
about
people
it.
in like
It's gotta be like
cold
40
weather
something,
areas.
maybe 30.
They'll go to Cow Ranch and get like the big like feeders for like animals, like
Mhm.
pigs or cows or
Like
shit.
the-
and
It's
then
like
they just-
gray bins.
yeah,
like the
and then they
tubs?
just fill it up with water, and then they'll get out and then they'll let it freeze, right? Then they'll smash the
Yeah.
ice over that was over the water, and then they'll jump in.
That's a good idea. I don't really have the opportunity to do that because water doesn't freeze here, but
Bro, you just gotta buy a freezer, plug it in, fill it up, and then before you get in it, make sure you unplug it.
That's a crazy idea.
It's actually a good idea.
That's actually a good idea.
Because I have a freezer.
You
Now I'm
think that shit
like,
would work?
What are
Bro,
those
yeah,
things that
dude.
you what are those things that people like stand in and it just like covers from here down?
isolation tank?
Like,
No,
And
that's
I
like
think it's just like I don't know if it's just like cold steam, I think, or something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's like let me see if I can find it.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen people in like your head's above it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. The cold stuff
do
is
you
crazy.
when do you do it like after your workouts or before your workouts
Mm,
or like at a certain time of day?
I will do it after I run in the morning. So first thing I do is run, and then I'll do that after for 10 minutes.
Do you run every
Cryotherapy.
morning?
I run every day. I did 2
Cryo-
workouts today.
Nice. Cryotherapy, isn't that the shit that Antonio Brown like froze his feet off?
He froze his
Yeah, it
feet
could be
off.
dangerous. It could be
Probably.
dangerous if you're not like careful
Yeah.
with it.
Remember when the Raiders traded for him and then he went into a cryo chamber and then like he burnt the bottom of his feet and he couldn't play?
Some
don't
people will
remember
have to wear
that.
like
That's
mitts and stuff
crazy.
on their hands.
Yeah, they'll like, yeah, Google it. Like it was all over Hard Knocks. Like this dumb, like, well, he froze the bottom of his feet and he couldn't play football, and then they cut his ass. Really, Jake?
Isn't he the guy that has like 14 kids? Isn't that him?
No, that's Antonio Cromartie.
That's Nick
Isn't that what you
Cannon,
just
bro.
said?
No,
Wait, Jake leave?
I think he cut out.
He can join back in.
There we go. We got him. But
Didn't
yeah,
you
I'm
say
pretty sure-
Antonio Cromartie? Am I tripping?
No, Antonio Brown, bro. You're tripping.
The tight end.
No, Antonio Cromartie. He was a cornerback.
I'll make sure to check in post production.
Oh, I'm
Bro.
thinking Antonio Gates, bro.
Oh yeah, you're thinking they both played for the Chargers for a little bit, but he had like freaking 14 kids from like 15
Cromartie.
different baby mamas.
Yeah, Antonio
Yeah,
Cromartie.
he was-
Didn't Antonio Cromartie have like 13 kids and then he didn't he get fixed and then had another kid after that? Or like 2 more
Gangster.
kids after that?
Bro, he had that dog in him. That's why they couldn't fix him. you
Just
imagine?
imagine his sperm just leaping
What?
across that freaking snip. They're just like
Yeah, bro.
Pull
Them kids
some
are all
dolphin
athletes,
shit.
bro.
Huh?
For real. Heisman, that bitch. Yeah. Them
They
kids are all
got
going to be athletes, bro.
look at the 40 on that one.
Freaking crazy. Or the freaking vertical jumps. Gonna be
Yeah, the
ridiculous.
vertical's gnarly. Dude,
Yeah,
that's what's the word on Lamar? Anything
bro,
any developments?
I think he's putting his foot in his mouth, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anyone wants him because I don't think anyone wants to deal with him. His mom's his agent, so his mom's the one who's like representing him. And anytime someone
shot.
says something, yeah, bro. And anytime someone says something, he's just on Twitter, freaking saying some stupid shit, and they're like, "Why would we want that?" You know, that's tough.
His mom's his agent.
That's what I read.
Kind of gives me like that John Morant vibe, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Broncos trade him for Russ.
We need to
And
get Russ out of there, bro.
You don't think so? You don't think that has potential?
After this last season, dude, we're
I
golden.
don't know, man. What else are they gonna get for him? Who's in the draft? What kind of quarterback is in the draft that even looks good?
the Broncos ain't gonna have. They ain't gonna
I'm
be
just
picking
I'm
nowhere
no,
near the
I'm
top.
I'm tripping. I'm not
You're-
saying that they're gonna draft anybody like a quarterback.
They don't even have a first round pick.
I'm not
Gave
talking.
it all
No,
away,
I'm
bro.
talking about who are the Ravens. Like, they don't have a good pick. They're gonna trade.
if-
Like, there's no one's gonna trade their first pick for Lamar.
Well, Lamar's franchised, and so what that means is he's franchise tag. So what that means is if someone agrees to a contract with him, that means the Ravens have an
Yeah, they have the opportunity to
to
sign him back or match whatever he
match
is.
him. But if they trade him, they have to give up 2 first-round picks automatically. The team that's trading for him because he was franchise tagged.
I realize that, but who is going to like? Do you think the other teams think he's that valuable?
Dude, for a franchise quarterback, I mean, he's kind of like putting his foot in his mouth.
Do you
but the
think that
dude won an
anybody thinks he's a
MVP.
franchise quarterback though?
I would think like I would. I mean, obviously,
I'm
as a
not trying to
Chiefs
be
fan,
the
I ain't
Lamar.
picking
I'm not
him-
trying to be the Lamar hater here, but
I ain't picking him over patty cakes, but like
I ain't picking
Joe
him over.
Burrow, Josh Allen, like who else would
Robert's
you
like,
choose?
hey man, I love
Hurts.
running quarterback just as much as the next person, but hey,
I'll pick Uncle Rico over Lamar Jackson, bro.
Bro, you're a pinche hater, bro. No shot. No shot.
Hey, yo, Bleacher Report, shout out. Uncle Rico.
Bro, no wonder that's where that red came in your freaking beard, bro, because you're hating right now. You're capping. He's good.
I don't.
You're really telling me you wouldn't have him over Russell Wilson?
Lamar?
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, just because he's younger. That's it.
And better. How
Is
many
he?
MVPs is How many MVPs has Russell won?
What does MVP matter? How many championships they got?
Who?
How many championships does Lamar Jackson have? How many does Russell Wilson have?
Bro, but he won it from his defense and the run.
He should have
game.
had.
Everyone
He should have
knows
had
that.
two. He should have had two.
I ain't trying to. I should be.
Hey, we
6'4",
should change
but I
the
ain't
subject
Lucas.
because nobody wants to hear us talk about football.
Yeah.
I should be
Broncos
6'4" is
suck.
your argument, bro. I was like, it's a different playing field, bro.
It's that all that
No,
damn Lucas.
Like
saying as the kid.
nobody knows about football. And honestly, like we're just talking to a Chiefs fan. The only thing that you have to complain about is your team being worst when they just won the Super Bowl. Like they're worse. They're the best team already.
Bro, it does feel good to be on top after getting made fun of for all those years. I'll tell you that. You remember back in the day, Masonic, when we play Madden, I just get shit on by these guys because they're.
That's
just
because
bitch
Mason doesn't
ears.
know how to play Madden.
It doesn't even matter. He was there when you guys are just sitting there talking shit. Oh, we get down on that MLB game. That MLB game was fun.
What MLB game? The
one
show?
you threw a perfect game on me.
Yeah, the show.
I threw a perfect game on myself.
Yo, those baseball games are fun.
They are fun, bro. They are fun.
They still make baseball games for PlayStation.
Yeah,
and
bro.
stuff?
The show on PS5.
I'm surprised they even make discs for games, to be honest.
Especially that you got to download
Kinda
that shit. It
surprises
doesn't
me.
make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Well, it makes
Yeah,
consoles
why do you
without
buy? You have
being
to
able put the
buy a
disc in.
disc and then download it to your shit. How did
Do you? If you have the disc, you have to.
I've
download it?
had? I think I had to
Mhm.
do that with like a Uncharted or something that I bought.
Don't you still?
Yeah,
You
it's
still have to do that
super
on like
whack, dude.
on a Switch though too, right? Don't you once you
Yeah.
buy a
Yeah.
game cartridge, you have
Yeah.
to download the game?
on the
Because
Switch.
there's like
you do?
content that you still have to get.
What kind of
downloaded.
scam is that? How does that happen? How do we
But
digress?
it's the same price, right? If you
Mhm.
buy the
Digital
the
versus
chip
the
or
physical.
the yeah.
I don't know. I don't know as far as like memory how much it takes up.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
but the
like
Switches don't
that's so
have
many.
that much
I feel
memory
like that's
on
so
them
many
already.
resources they could be saving, bro. Like, why are they wasting the resources on a chip when you could fucking just download it?
It's kind of. I think they do that on purpose, bro. You know that they're doing that shit on purpose.
But I don't understand. Like, because I have DVDs and stuff, and I've just recently like when I want to watch something, I'll go and look for the DVD, and I'm like, yo, this is the most bullshit. Like, why do I keep buying DVDs, man? Like, just so I can have like a cool like collected like the box set or something. Like,
Couldn't you
who
technically? I guess like
cares?
with discs, you could kind of like I could buy it, download it, right? Have all the content and shit. But it's kind of weird because I think you have to have the disc to operate it. But I could get it
Yeah.
to you, Eddie, right? And then you could, without having to buy it, you would just borrow it, I guess.
Yeah,
But
but
I
you still
think
have
they
to
have,
have it to
like-
play it.
They have like things
Like
in place
account
to like
shares?
prevent that from happening. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think for
Fuck,
certain
dude.
things they do, like
Well,
you can only
Isn't-
download it once so many times before they.
I don't understand
One
why
time.
why the systems even have discs. Like why make that?
going back to what Mason said, it's almost like so Netflix when they said they were cracking down on like the password sharing.
Oh, like the
Right.
IP address and shit. Like if it's not in your home or whatever.
Yeah, but how are they gonna like if you're paying for X amount of accounts, right? Like, I don't know. I guess they'll
Imagine how
probably
much money
know.
they'd have if they
Like if you pay for so many screens.
Yeah, yeah. Then it shouldn't matter where at.
Yeah.
Because
Well, yeah, because you
I-
can
I-
travel too. Like you could be on vacation and be like, I want to sign in my Netflix on this
I don't know if they've
this
figured that out.
system.
I think
I
at
don't
this
know,
point
man.
I think that at this point they just let it rock, right?
Oh, I feel like they're just being greedy, bro. They have so much money
agree.
already. Why do they need to stop people from sharing?
For reals, dude.
They're gonna have to do something to compete with like YouTube or
I mean, even then though, like YouTube, right? Like,
Yeah, but isn't that just like the selection of movies they have? Like that competes, like that in itself is like what draws people to Netflix, right? Because they have different selection.
I don't know. The thing with Netflix is you have like limited amount, like you have when you're making stuff that is that long, like you have you only have so much content that you can release and like you have to like manage all of that. I think with the thing with YouTube is like YouTube doesn't have to hire creators or like and with how like big productive or production they're getting, like if you look at like Mr. Beast and how much money he spends on his, like eventually someone's just going to be like, fuck it, I'm just going to put my shit on YouTube and put like as much production as I do on Netflix and be in control of it.
isn't the
True.
way that those guys make money though is it's by
Just
it
advertising.
ain't by yeah, it's just so YouTube isn't spending a dime,
No.
but they're gaining all that.
Well, I
revenue.
mean, no, they have like paid. I think it's like paid. They pay out a certain amount, I think, based off of. I think if they have like partnerships with people, they have to pay out a certain amount. But YouTube doesn't pay any money to make the videos. Like
Yeah,
they just
it's-
have the people who make them, like Mr. Beast, and then the advertisers pays YouTube to go on, and then
it's
they just generate ad revenue for them.
it's almost like Uber and freaking what's the other freaking car service, Uber and
Lyft.
Lyft. Yeah, they have the most cars under their names, but yet they own none of them.
This is
Because
genius.
yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, and yet they're still making buku bucks off of other people's cars, and also like the people who rent out their cars. Could you imagine? Would you ever rent out your car?
Dude, I
to
thought about
somebody?
doing that actually, because I don't use
Really?
my car that much.
It's like, yeah, probably. Why not?
Well, like,
Because
I
there's got to be
wanted to look
safeguards
into
in
it.
place too, right?
Yeah.
Like if you allow someone to and someone messes it up, like the company probably has to.
Reimburse you for something.
There's got to be some kind of like
Or, like, some
incentive
sort
to
of
do
insurance.
it in protection.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think it's
there's
just
people.
it's probably just the hassle of dealing with it too, though. Like you get a fender bender, and then you have to deal with the legwork of putting it all back together just to go rent it out for another guy to do the same thing.
Those
Yeah.
like business models are fucking insane.
Same thing with like Uber and stuff like that. Like it's technically your company car, but like if you have a personal insurance on it or a consumer insurance and you get in an accident, they're probably not going to cover you because you're using it for business purposes, not driving personal.
I didn't even think
Yeah,
about that.
that's probably why they make you have insurance while you do it. Like if you think about it, it's so grimy. But the only thing is that they're having you use their platform, so then that way you're like, let's call Uber, and then you're like, oh, this, you know what I mean? Like you're just
Yeah.
using their platform.
Do people use any of those services in Idaho? Like in Pokey?
Mm,
Uber.
yeah. We have some people at our work that will from time to time they'll get the what's the other one? I don't think it's Uber
Lyft.
Eats, but is there another one?
DoorDash.
Like Postmates.
Oh, like
Postmates.
DoorDash. Yeah. So I don't see Postmates a lot, but DoorDash I see a bit around here.
But like, think about the genius of that. You are a company who gets an employee who uses their own vehicle, and you get a business that makes all of the food. All you're doing is help
They're
facilitating
just the
that
middleman,
deal
bro. They're just the
and
middle.
getting paid for it. Like,
Mhm.
Convenience, man. Convenience is
It's kind of
key
like
there.
that same idea with like wholesaling, like real estate. It's kind of like the same thing.
yeah, I've watched video. Like, I like watching the videos of those guys making those deals because they literally sit in their one spot and they'll do deals around the country and not have to move their hand, do anything. They'll know somebody in the area who can go and fix a place up. They'll get in touch with a real estate agent who can help facilitate the deal between the owner. It's crazy. Not have to do anything. You don't even have to be licensed. You just get
Yeah.
somebody
the
else to
right
write the
people, huh?
contract for you and throw them some
nuts.
money. I was
So
looking at
crazy.
doing that for a little bit.
Dude, sometimes I think about getting back into that, but I'm like, I need to.
And then you realize you're a bitch.
I
Wait,
need
were
to
you ever in
save up
it?
some more Skrilla. Huh?
So wait, were you even in it?
For a little bit out in Washington.
We'll agree to disagree.
He read a real estate article every couple days.
Yeah.
He's on Wikipedia, bro. Reading someone's edited page.
Gotta educate myself somehow. It was a bitch, bro. It was a bitch because when it was blowing up out there, people just wanted to deal with people that they've already dealt with before, because
Are a lot of people moving out of Washington right now?
I think a lot of people are just moving out of the coasts in general. But don't we see this like every 50 years or 75 years? There's a huge influx of people that migrate inland, and then in another 50 years, they'll migrate back out, kind of type of thing.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I
dude,
feel like everyone's gonna just start moving to the middle, dude. Like Nebraska's gonna have a major city one day. Everyone's gonna be like, let's go to Nebraska.
Yeah, but yeah, I
They're
don't
gonna
know.
have
I
some
feel
lit
like a lot
shit
of it.
there eventually.
I feel like some of these people don't realize how cold it is over here, dude. So they're like, "Fuck, I need to get back to California."
I was gonna say, I was reading. I thought I heard something that said that there was still like a good amount of people moving into California, just not the city parts.
But I feel like a lot of people who are moving out of those states are probably moving for like either it's too expensive or political reasons.
I just think the cities there, like the big cities. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just know that when I go
It's-
there, I don't really like driving there. And I always feel weird being there. I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like a bro. Bro, hit the waves, bro. I don't feel like that.
yeah.
Hit the waves, bro. Let's go out and get some acai, bro. Come on.
I don't know. I liked California when I went. I thought it was. I have a bunch of family out there. I thought it was pretty sick.
Yeah, but look at you. You look like a bro. You look like a
I don't know
beaner,
what
bro.
that. I don't know what that means though. Like I don't know. I think everywhere I go, I enjoy myself. Oh, I think there's good and bad with every place.
What's your
Just
favorite
kinda have
place
to
that
find-
you've been?
True.
Dude, San Diego was sick, bro. San Diego was dope.
I'm going
I
there.
love San Diego. Yeah,
couple weeks.
I went there by myself and had a blast.
San Diego's cool. I like the vibe over there actually.
Yeah. San Diego was cool. I mean, I
When did
still
you go
like
there?
Seattle
Oh yeah, for
for
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. Yeah, I went there for Comic-Con. Yeah, so it was cool. Like,
Is that Comic-Con like just next level?
dude, that Comic-Con shits on all the other Comic-Cons I went to. Like, even getting tickets there was a bitch. Like, we had like a 6.4% chance of scoring tickets. So, like, it's like probably the most exclusive convention to get into, like when it comes to shit like that. Like E3 is going to be not relevant anymore. A bunch of people or a bunch of companies are jumping out of that. So that doesn't seem like it's as big as what it used to be. So I don't know. I feel like you guys just need to go to a convention. I feel like I can't talk about it. You just have to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go when I look like an actual superhero, when I got the body for it, so I can dress up. Be real.
Who'd you dress up as
Yeah,
Bubbles
who are you gonna
from the
dress up?
Powerpuff Girls?
Uh, what Powerpuff Girls? Hell yeah, dude. What's
Power.
Mojo Jojo? Dress up as Mojo Jojo, bro. He's with the chest out, dude. Cape on, big hat with my brain. Oh,
He was
yeah,
actually a
dude.
pretty dope.
That
villain, I'm
show's
not gonna lie.
dope. I don't know why you gotta throw. I don't know who I dress up as. Who like? What's the most popular character of those things? Well, like, who did you regularly see?
Uh,
I feel like
Shoot,
Power
is it
Rangers would
Comic-Con,
be
you said?
popular
I
for
was gonna
some
say, I feel
reason.
like Deadpool.
there's so many, dude. Just comic book people. Harley Quinn. Can't tell you how many Harley Quinns I
I was
saw.
gonna say Harley Quinn's
Yeah,
probably
probably.
pretty popular.
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
Joker. I feel like I would see. I would want to go as Joker.
Yeah, bunch of Jokers.
I'd be my
I don't
own
know.
Joker.
You are a Joker, bro. What you mean? You don't even got to dress up for that. But yeah, it's. I would probably say one of those two for sure, or Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I definitely need to go check out one of those things.
I actually went to one in Utah. I thought hit you up, Mason. That Fan X. It was pretty dope.
When was that?
September. I actually went with my uncle. It's pretty cool. We saw all the Cobra Kai kids and freaking if you ever watched Breaking Bad, the dude who played what's his name? He was in Far Cry and he was the bad guy in effing
Bob Odenkirk.
No, he was the bad guy in the Mandalorian.
I didn't
Gus
watch that
Freeman.
one.
No, I can't remember his name. Gustavo. He played.
Yeah, Gustavo.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what's his name? Like Gus
Gus.
Freeman or something?
Yeah,
In
he
Breaking
was-
Bad.
Yeah, he was a dope actor. He was there, and they had a bunch of people there, bro. Jay and Silent Bob, that was super sick, and freaking Jason David
Mother
Frank,
motherfucker. Mother
R.I.P.
motherfucker.
Yeah, it's cool.
Boys.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No,
That was another movie that we shouldn't have been watching when we were probably.
For,
We watched
10.
that movie a shit ton, dude. That movie is so funny.
Bro, just if you haven't seen it in a while,
We smoked the blunts.
go look at the scene where Shannon Elizabeth goes in through the front door of that Moody's and he pops that boner in the freaking on the counter and just watch it. And just watch it. It is so outrageous. And it held so well even to this day. It is so funny.
Crazy thing is, like, you
Yo,
probably
I
won't
forgot
see
about
movies like that very
Who,
often.
me?
Like, no, like you probably won't see movies made like that very often anymore.
No, probably not. Yeah. I think
Like some of those, like those movies back, like even if you think about like the scary movies, and like the not like the funny ones with Smokey or whatever his name is. I can't remember.
Like the Wayne's
Oh, the-
Brothers movies.
there
Yeah,
you
like
go.
you never like you're not going to see movies like that again.
Yeah,
I think
those movies are fucking hilarious. Like the
I
first
think you
3.
could. Yeah, the first three. I actually thought the third one was probably the best one.
I like
third
number
one?
2.
Yeah.
Oh, the scary movies.
Yeah. The first
What's
one
the
was
one where they're
pretty
just
good,
taking
too.
turns?
They're all pretty.
What's the one where they're just taking turns? Stabbing that chick in the movie theater, and the old lady is like slitting her neck.
Oh yeah.
What?
Shut up. Yeah, because he like starts. She's like being loud as fuck in the movie theater, and then he stabs her, and then
She's like,
everyone
"Out of
else
my
is like
face,
taking
out of my
turns.
face."
Oh yeah. Those movies are
They're like
awesome.
cheering for him.
Yeah. Did you in the first one, did you ever notice that when they do the prom, like the pageant queen, one of the girls that's in the thing, if you look at her freaking pubic area, bro. It's just like her shit's just hanging out, bro. Just the little like subtle things like that. You watch them again, you're like, I didn't even realize that, bro.
Did
So funny.
the Wayans brothers write those?
I'm I think the older brother did.
Yeah, I think they. Yeah.
He was the director. Is that the
'Cause there's
guy?
3 of
Is that
them.
the guy from Is that Major Payne? Keenan
Yeah.
Ivory Wayans,
Mhm.
and written by Marlon and Sean. So they directed
Marlon
it
and
and
Sean.
wrote it. That's
Well,
crazy.
weren't those haunted house movies? They were kind of similar, and
Yeah,
those
that.
aren't super old.
Yeah, I guess those are. There was
Haunted
they
house
they did
movies.
one that was like
Yeah, the
Was that
haunted
them?
house movie. Yeah,
Like the Paranormal Activity parody.
like the
was the one?
spoof. Yeah,
they
Yeah.
did like a Purge one too, didn't they? That was recent. I think that had like Mike Epps in it too.
no, I can't remember. Can't remember.
There
One
hasn't.
thing I've been wanting. There's a what?
No, say what you're gonna say.
Oh, I was gonna say the one thing I kind of wanted to watch was the Chris Rock special on Netflix.
It was
Bro, I
good.
heard he goes in on
Stand-up
Will
special?
Smith, bro. Just saying.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
It was good. I don't know.
He has 2 cents to put in about that situation.
Did you
You
watch it,
watched it,
Robert?
Robert?
I did watch it. It was solid. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's hard.
You're
It's
giving me a. You're telling me that it wasn't good right now, bro. You're not gonna see.
I don't know. Comedy's hard though. Like I feel like there's some things that people find funny and I just don't. So like Kevin Hart, like people love Kevin Hart. I don't find him funny at all.
I think at one point I did do, but just like I don't know.
I think
Dave
the
Chappelle
one
hit
stand-up
different
that
for
he had
me.
was funny. The
Yeah,
seriously
that
funny
one.
one.
That everybody quoted all the time.
Yeah, I think that was like peak. Like, and then I watched the other ones. I was like, but that's like this one. I watched it the one time, and some of the jokes are funny. I don't know. I'm just
But
trying to think. Like, there wasn't anything that stood out to me, even when he went off on Will Smith. It's like, I mean, it's like a year past, and I didn't really give a shit then.
I can't remember the last time I watched a stand up though, where I watched it and it was really good, and then I watched whatever they followed up with, and then like none of them ever were really the same though.
I mean, I agree. I think it's, I don't know, for like Chris Rock, he's been doing it for so long, and he's kind of been living like a different, that's where I think Chappelle's different, because Chappelle is like, he's huge, but he still finds like some kind of way to relate. Like, I don't know, like a lot of the stuff that Chris Rock talks about is like, I can't really relate to that.
Chappelle seems, I don't know why, but I find Dave Chappelle and South Park very like they're almost like together, because they can say what's on their mind and it makes a lot of sense and it's offensive, and some people don't like it, but a lot of people laugh about it. Like South Park, bro, they've been getting away with some of the most out of pocket
They-
shit for years.
Yeah.
Dude, true.
Say some
I
funny shit.
have
Yeah.
never really watched South Park, to be honest.
Dude, they say whatever.
Pretty much
it
every
is that-
episode is just like the most offensive thing.
Mhm.
Like whatever the topic of the episode is, it's like just the most offensive stuff that they could say about it.
Those guys are
Pretty
freaking
much.
hilarious, though.
Yeah. And they're the only only group of people that can say exactly what it is a lot of people are thinking or feeling or whatever, and no one says anything about it.
I don't know. It's got to be something with the presentation.
I mean, it's a cartoon.
It's like it's because they're so consistently offensive that it's like they just expect it, you know.
Yeah, and
yeah,
they do
but
a good job on shitting everybody.
Even if it's like a cartoon, I feel like it's just like the way it comes across is like you can very clearly see that they don't give a fuck. They You're gonna think about what it is that they say, And I think like that's probably the part that most people kind of resonate with.
Yeah, yeah, and I think a lot of people know that those guys are just like goofy guys. I mean, look at basketball. How ridiculous that show
That
was.
movie is ridiculous. All I ever think about when I think of that movie is when they're in the locker room and they're talking to the chick and they're like, and it's like,
Yeah.
and I don't even think I realized that until maybe like the third time watching, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? It's so
Yeah,
subtle.
dude. Yeah, exactly. It's just
Dude,
those
I
little
don't.
things.
That was like super bad for me, dude. The first time I watched it, dude, I don't know why I didn't find it funny, dude. And then I watched it at Robertson Twin, dude, and dude, I was crying from laughing so hard.
Dude, it's
That
weird when you
movie-
watch like things like that again and then you kind of just clicks.
I think that was super bad did that to me too. I didn't the
I
first time I
agree.
watched it, I wasn't like I was like, I don't really understand this. I was probably too young too. But
The jokes probably went like right over my head, bro. I was like,
yeah,
oh,
like the period one, the blood on his leg. I think I didn't probably even know what the period was at that point. I'm just like, was she
dude,
cut
it's
it?
dad roll. No,
This shit's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's. I agree with Robert. It took me a while to kind of. I had to watch that a couple times for me to really catch on to that. It took me a minute.
These movies are funny.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like there's nothing good really coming out. Like
Did you want to see Avatar?
Yeah, I saw him.
Good.
thoughts?
It was good. It was kind of like it was just like an extension of the first one, I guess. Like it wasn't anything
Probably predictable.
crazy, but yeah, if you like the first one, probably like the second one. I didn't think it was any better or worse. It was about the same.
Wow. Me and Mason are really
10
selling the
year drought,
shows
dude.
tonight.
Bro, I
Hey,
like
everybody go check out Chris Rock. Everybody go check out Avatar. Let us know what you think about him in the comment section. We're not gonna read what you put, but yo, me and Mason are gonna get roasted and be like, yo, these guys fucking don't care about entertainment at all.
yeah, I love movies, so I always try to check them out.
Oh yeah? Did you go see Ant-Man?
No, I kind of
What
gave
the
up.
I heard it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I
Does
kinda-
anyone even care about those movies after Thanos? Like I
no.
lost interest.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really. I think no one really kind of watched after. Yeah, Infinite the End Game.
Like
Or
that
would you?
was, I don't know. They did everything so right.
I thought I hated
I don't care what you think.
it.
You're too critical, man. You're too critical.
They
Those
should have ended it after the first one.
oh, that he just wins.
That's what happens.
You always have to make it a happy ending, bro.
They gotta get their money,
Everything.
man. It's
I
Disney.
did. I was happy for my guy Steve Rogers.
But how many phases are there, like realistically? Like how many? It's like phase 4. Like
That was like phase
they
6
just
or
can
7, wasn't it?
well, I know, but
they're
how
in
are they going to
5.
continue keeping it? Like, does it end or does it just like, if we make it that far, it's like phase 233,000.
It'll just keep going.
They're just going to eventually get rid of phase, and it's just going to be.
Eventually, it's just going to be like they're going to reboot it. It's just what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
That's how it is with like every movie. There's
That's
always a
weird.
reboot.
That's so weird to think about, bro.
How many Spider-Mans did they do, bro?
3.
That's all in our life.
Right.
That's all within like a 20-year span. How many Spider-Man movies are there? How many Batman movies are there?
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of cool that they're bringing a lot of those Batmans and they brought all the Spider-Mans back.
Yeah, I agree with that, but also Can you like come up with some original shit?
Nope.
I mean, though it is kind of a cop out, I think it's pretty cool to kind of watch something like that you grew up with or that you remember being like a huge fan of, and all of a sudden they bring it back and you're just like, oh, bro, Tobey Maguire, that was my guy. And I haven't seen him in a movie since
I'm-
probably Spider-Man.
Yo, I don't want to have this conversation with you because you're so critical of them. Now you're defending them right now. Come on. Those movies are ass.
I mean, I watched freaking Spider-Man 3, and it was pretty
Spider-Man
bad.
3 was terrible.
It was pretty bad. But
That dance scene is
The third one is the worst one for sure.
yeah,
Dude.
it's
I couldn't. Nah, dude. I like secondhand embarrassment, bro. I was like, I turn that shit off.
Well, Eddie, weren't you the one that was saying that they cast Topher Grace to be Venom because the guy that directed the movie didn't like that character?
yeah, Sam Raimi. He is not a fan of Venom, so he thought the way to make him suck was cast a sucky actor. I'm not bashing on Topher Grace here, but man, every time I see that guy in a movie, I just cringe.
what has he been in? He's been in that 70s show.
He was in
Yeah,
like some
He
a
was in
Valentine's Day movie.
Was he in like an Alien?
He's in
versus Predator or
Inception.
some shit?
Yeah, he was. I was just
or
thinking that. He was in a
Interstellar.
Predator
He's
movie.
in Interstellar.
He's in that too.
Yeah, he's the daughter's like boyfriend. He shows up to the house to get him out when there's like the storm coming. Look it
I've only
up.
seen that
Yeah,
movie one time.
IMDb.
I've never
That's a good
seen
movie
it.
though.
That
Probably
movie's
gotta watch it.
insane. You got to watch that movie.
Interstellar.
That movie's wild. I watched it again
Ooh.
just not too long ago, and it was like mind blowing.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. Have you seen American Hustle? That's a good movie.
I don't think I have seen American Hustle.
Is that with who's in that?
Christian Bale, the girl who plays effing the Hunger Games. What's her name?
Jennifer
Jennifer Lawrence
Lawrence, yeah.
and
Great movies,
Bradley
too.
Cooper. Yeah.
Amy Adams.
Oh yeah, Amy.
That movie that she was in with Leonardo, about
Don't
the
Look Up.
apocalypse. Dude, I like that movie.
That movie's crazy good. Wait,
Oh,
that's a
Is it on
Netflix movie.
Yeah, I was like, that's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
All right,
I haven't seen it.
I
yet.
retract my statement. Netflix has some alright movies.
I heard that Everything's Quiet on the Western Front movie is like crazy good.
The one about the book?
It was a war.
All Quiet on
War?
the Western Front.
There you go. That one.
It's a book.
Is it a book?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, is World War is one with Nazi Germany, no?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I read that like 10 years ago in my English class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. I
It's a
heard
good
it was
story?
really
It was a good book. I remember it was a good book. Don't ask me what happened in it though.
good.
Wait, so is it like an
I
action?
smoked
Like,
a
is
lot of
it
weed in those days.
is it based on like a true battle or?
I think it's a fiction. I think it's just a story that's like made up. But
What's it called?
I could be wrong. All Quiet on the Western Front.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. I think it won a couple of awards.
Yeah, I've seen it on there.
Did anybody watch that movie? That whale movie with
Dude,
Brendan
I was
Fraser?
I was in the theater
What is it?
watching it. The Whale with
Oh,
Brendan
this one that you're
Fraser.
talking up, bro.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
let's
bro.
listen to this guy. Let's hear it.
Let's
I'm-
hear it, dude.
I was freaking going to watch it, bro. And I was with this girl and she got sick. So I did the nice thing and I took her home and took care of her. And I was in the middle of the movie.
Should have took her home and drove back to the theater, bro.
You should have ordered her
Yeah,
an
should've-
Uber. You
Should
should
have
have
just
sent
put
her
her out
home
in
on
the
an
car
Uber.
and then went back inside.
Bro, I was kind of pissed too. I was like, bro,
Nah.
I know this movie is not going to be out in theaters much longer. I wanted to watch it for so long. Ask Jake, bro. I've been talking about this movie for a while.
It's fine, dude. You did the gentleman like thing there.
Wait, you were that
What's-
excited
how-
to see the whale?
Yeah, dude, I was stoked about it. Ask Jake. Ask Jake, bro. I was telling him about it for a while.
Jake, was he?
This guy's trying to
Dude.
this guy's trying to appeal to all the ladies like he's like some softy, like, oh, I care about the deep meaning movies. Oh my gosh, the whale, what it signifies.
I
Been
just
waiting.
liked I liked the studio a lot, the A24 or A2A or whatever. They make
Oh,
really
Go
good
pick it up.
movies.
Go pick it up at Redbox, bro.
I think you can rent it here on like
Right on.
Amazon or something.
There you go. Why
Yeah.
wait?
I mean,
Yeah,
it
you
won a
can-
lot of awards, I think, didn't it? Didn't he
Yeah.
win a lot of awards for his performance?
Yeah, and I always like Brendan Fraser.
I watched
mean,
Georgia
he
the
was like-
Jungle the other day.
Also,
Yeah,
Bro.
it's
in
still
the
good.
Mummy.
That movie's a
Yeah.
classic.
That's why I got those Nike Air shoes that I got, bro. Because when he like gets out of the box, dude, and he puts them on,
When he pumps
like
him up.
running, dude. Yeah, dude.
That shows us that movie's a classic.
Just get
Yeah,
uppercutted out of him, dude. Jesus.
That show and like Little Rascals, bro. Kind of goaded.
Little
Yeah, I see that one for
Rascals.
a minute.
That's
Alfalfa,
one
bro.
of the movies that you consider goated.
I loved the Little Rascals growing up.
You consider Georgia the Jungle and Little Rascals goated.
Dude, I watch those movies all the time. I never watched Cinderella or any of
Top
those other
five,
movies,
top
but-
five movie on your list.
No. Kids movies.
Kids movies.
No. They were good.
Let me hear your top five kid movies. Give me a third one. Let me hear your third one.
Shoot, man, I didn't watch a lot of them. I don't know. I was a really big fan of Under Wraps. Disney had a movie like that. I don't know, dude. You're asking like
Under
a lot. I didn't
Wraps.
wa-
Under Wraps.
you
is
remember that
good.
movie?
The Mummy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie was dope.
I never heard of it,
I
dude.
don't remember that one either.
Yeah.
It was really good. I didn't watch a lot of kids' movies growing up, man. I was watching like movies with boobies and shit.
Like Euro Trip.
Yeah, bro. I didn't really grow up like that. I think.
Now we know what's wrong. This guy.
Yeah. So it's just kind of. I didn't really have a lot of those.
Yeah.
You
Sounds
kinda
whatever,
have to-
bro.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
Riding that wave, bro.
that's going to do it for us today. Appreciate you for joining in, listening to the conversation. Any thoughts that you have, put it in the comment section. Like I said, we're probably not going to be reading that stuff. Be nice to each other in there. And until next time, be kind to others. Don't be a jackass. And stay safe. Peace.
Peace.